guys, it's Kelly. I'm back with another process video for my Creative Scrapbook Kit Club. This is using their July main kit, and it is full of the Simple Stories line, Sunshine and Happiness. And this layout was actually, I think, like the second layout that I made with this kit. And I've had some trouble getting some of my video I'm having issues with my computer is the bottom line, and it's going to have to be reformatted, and that just breaks my heart because I'll probably be without it for several days. So anyway, as a result of me, of us figuring out that it needs to be reformatted, I've lost a little bit of this coverage. However, the good news is it took me so long to put this layout together that you don't even notice. I was watching an episode of Criminal Minds while I was doing this layout, and it must have been one of those to be continued, and it was like a very good one because I think this layout took like 3 hours or something, and I never take that long. I'll walk away from it and do some other things in my scrapbook room before I ever spend that long on a layout. So yeah, that was me watching TV as well that really just took this a while. So anyway, I wanted to do something different for me. These pictures are older pictures of my daughter. I think they were back in like 2010, and I love the pattern papers that were in this kit. The upper two are the Simple Stories collection, and the bottom one is from Echo Park. And I don't generally like scrapbooking with orange, but I love orange with summer papers. I don't know if that makes sense. It's something about it. It's, bright, happy, love the colors. And so I really wanted to showcase the pattern papers and all of the embellishments. Oh my gracious, this kit had a ton with the Simple Stories chipboard and the ephemera pieces. So I really wanted to have a layout that I did, more than one photo, which I'd had a couple of requests for that, and also the showcase, the pattern papers, and the ton of embellishments. So for me, this is kind of sort of a grid, except for, I guess you could call it a grid. And so what I'm trying to do is have my pictures, on opposite sides, and then some, my title, a little place for journaling, and embellishments with each of the pictures. And what I have done is I just quickly went through some of the embellishments that I thought I would use and placed them on my photo mat, on my work surface, just so I could kind of see what I had. Because there's so many, it's easy for me to get overwhelmed and I'll completely miss something that will go. So that's why I just have started doing that, just so I don't miss certain things. So some of the footage that is lost is basically me going through some of the die cuts and trying to figure out where I end up placing them. So as you can tell, I lost a little bit between these two feeds, and I haven't even done anything. So for me to have trouble with a video, this was definitely the layout for it to happen to. So I decided that I wanted to use the chipboard title Summer, and on the sticker sheet it had that hello banner, and I thought that that would be perfect. I always struggle with using banners for whatever reason, and the way that this layout, I was putting it together, it really made it easy to use that hello piece. And I just went ahead and I popped up that hello sticker set with just some craft foam, and I liked the added dimension that it gave that piece. And so what I am going to do is pop up the photo that's in the middle, and I'm going to also pop up that yellow banner on the bottom photo, just so that there's several different things that have dimension on the page. So again, like I said, there's so many embellishments. It is just me going through trying to figure out what I want where. And about this point right here is when the layout, I feel like it's really starting to come together. This is, something that I had in mind, but like I said, it's so different than any of the things that I normally do that, it was definitely a creative stretch for me. And while it's not my favorite layout per se, it's definitely not my least my least favorite. And I did have fun putting it together. So I did cut some of this footage out because it took me forever to do this. Again, like I said, I was watching Criminal Minds and I had to stop because I was afraid I was going to, jump and that the ink was going to go, places that I didn't want it to. So it took me way too long to do this. But I outlined all of the pattern papers, and I do go back and outline the banner at the bottom as well, just to make it stand out a little bit. So I decided that I wanted to take this Heidi Swapp wood veneer, and I felt like it kind of got a little lost on the page with it being its plain color. So I decided to use my embossing powder, and I cut this out because it, everybody knows how to emboss, I think, at this point. If you have questions, just ask and I'll be glad to answer them. So I liked the way that today went right over top of that sticker and said, look on the bright side. Thought that was really cute. And I wanted to use that girl so bad, and I ended up using her on a different layout. I just thought she was one of the cutest little things in this, in the kit, or not the kit necessarily, but the whole collection for Simple Stories. Usually there's one feature that I really love, and with Carpe Diem, it was that little dog, and that girl is definitely one of my favorite things with this collection. So what I've decided that I wanted to do was make the pattern papers offset one another so that they weren't completely in a straight line. And I also wanted to make sure that I had a large white border around the paper pieces, just to frame it. And to me, it just looked better to my eye. And so I'm just lining the pink and the orange up together, and I just want to make sure that the papers are straight. Once I get the papers done, I don't use my ruler for anything else. I just felt like it was important for these paper layers to really be straight, just because of the look that I was trying to get. So I think probably that T-square ruler is one of my most used and most loved tools that I use. And I'd had somebody ask, I found it at one of the local box stores, and I think it's in like maybe the quilting or the where they get the artist pencils in that section. I'm not sure, but if you ask, they one of their employees could probably tell you where it is. And it's cheap. It was like $2 or $3. So I realized that I hadn't stuck everything down, so I wanted to stick things down, because at this point with my layout, I felt like it was coming together and I wanted to get things onto the page. All the chipboard pieces and everything just worked so well, and I just love the way that it turned out with this page. The only thing that I do at the end that you don't see is I come back and I add the pink paisley buttons, and there's one in all of the clusters, and there's a little bit of twine through the buttons, but you can see those with the close-ups at the end. So that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you soon. Thanks so much. Take care. Bye.